TFM 95.4.
Let's talk.
Live on TFM and the TFM Facebook page. This is the live feed of TTV. Let's talk.
Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. All that you need to know about the removal of the NOC. Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources in the Sultanate wins award for Best Environmental Project. Pakistani national goes missing in the Sultanate. No place for illegal encroachments, says Muscat Municipality. Iran starts human trials of indigenous COVID-19 vaccine. Singapore starts COVID-19 vaccination exercise. Brazil reports highest daily COVID-19 death toll since October. PSG fired German coach. 8 competition venues for Beijing 2022 completed. These were the top headlines for the day. Let's see how the weather condition looks like in the Sultanate in our weather update.
Hi, my name is Maitha El-Shukaili for today's weather update. And right now, I'm outside the TFM studio in Al Khuwail. Before we move on to weather, here's our fact for the day. Human activity, especially greenhouse gas emissions, is considered the most dominant cause for temperature increase. That's our fact for the day. Now let's step inside the studio and talk more about weather. According to Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities, there will be mainly clear skies over the rest of the Sultanate, and the wind will be northerly to northeasterly, light to moderate, and fresh along the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. With that, let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be sunny, temperatures between 23 to 16 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny, temperatures between 23 to 17 degrees Celsius. North Al Batina will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 16 degrees Celsius. South Al Batina will be sunny, temperatures between 22 to 14 degrees Celsius. Al Buraymi will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 15 degrees Celsius. Al Dhahira will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 14 degrees Celsius. Al Dakhiliya will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 13 degrees Celsius. North Al Sharqiya will be sunny, temperatures between 25 to 12 degrees Celsius. South Al Sharqiya will be sunny, temperatures between 23 to 16 degrees Celsius. Al Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 24 to 16 degrees Celsius. And Dhafar will also be sunny, temperatures between 23 to 14 degrees Celsius.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now let's go straight to the COVID-19 updates for the day. The Ministry of Health in the Sultanate has announced no death cases due to coronavirus in the country, which means the total death toll remains at 1,497 in Oman. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health officials has announced the registration of 86 new coronavirus cases in Oman today. The total cases in the country have now touched 128,719, including 121,614 recoveries and 1,497 deaths. According to the Ministry of Health officials, in the past 24 hours, 258 recoveries were also reported. The ministry urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also determined additional places and time for vaccination against COVID-19 for the target groups in Muscat Governorate. A statement issued online by Ministry of Health said, the General Directorate of Health Services for the Governorate of Muscat announced the addition of places and times of vaccination. The timings for vaccination at Seep Specialist Complex, Bosher Specialist Complex, Al Amirat Health Center, Muscat Health Center, Al Mabela Health Center, and North Al Khuwair Health Center are from Sunday to Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. The vaccination times at Kuriyat Health Complex and Rui Health Center are from Sunday to Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, expatriates in the Sultanate who are looking to move jobs once the no objection certificate system is scrapped next week can only do so once their existing employment contract have expired. In June 2020, the government announced the removal of the NOC system, enabling expats to switch jobs from January 1st, 2021. However, absconding workers are not allowed to change their workplace. Explaining this, an official said, changing jobs is not linked to your visa, but rather the duration of the employment contract. Some companies in Oman had out contracts ranging between 3 to 12 months. Technically, expats are free to join another organization once this period has ended. Expats, however, can join a direct competitor, according to the documents shared by the Government Communications Center with Times of Oman. The rules concerning the removal of the NOC holds good for both non-Omanis working in companies in the country as well as domestic workers. The documents also state that the expats are not allowed to divulge any confidential information on their old company to their new employers. This can also be done by assigning a non-disclosure agreement known as NDA and a non-competition agreement, the Government Communications Center said. They also continued explaining that employment contracts can include a non-competition clause, as is the practice followed by many countries across various sectors. An example of this clause is one signed by lawyers in the US, which prevents them from working for a direct competitor for a certain duration. Once his or her current contract has expired, the expat workers has the choice to continue working for their current employers should he be able to or leave and move elsewhere. The rights of both parties can be included in the work contract between the worker and employer, added the Government Communications Center. In the matter of absconding workers, it said, if this is proven, then he is officially registered as a fugitive and legal measures are taken to deport him from the country and prevent him from entering the Sultanate. Once the NOC has been scrapped, however, depending on the nature of work, Omani workers will be given priority, provided the salaries paid to both expats and locals for doing this job are of a roughly similar amount. Additionally, work visas for expats will only be issued across sectors that require non-Omani workers. The government body also said that professions cannot be changed once a work visa has been issued, except after securing approval from the Ministry of Labour. The number of work permits issued will be based on economic requirements. To ensure the decision to do away with the NOC does not destabilize or strongly impact the way organizations employing foreign workers function, the Government Communications Center said those affected by it were given sufficient time from the date of the announcement to the actual date of its application, which comes with certain terms and conditions. Now, to prevent expats from leaving companies in large numbers, contracts will also have the presence of a notification clause or a condition for compensation when the worker moves to another company, which must be mentioned in the employment agreement. The Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources won the award of Arab Scientific Community Organization for the Best Environment Project 2020. The project develops artificial reefs and their uses in enhancing fish stocks. The project was selected among 90 projects submitted by individuals and institutions from 13 Arab countries. The Doha-based organization yesterday announced names of the winners of the award, which has been organized for the first time. The award aims at encouraging innovation in sustainable and successful projects. The award also aims at demonstrating the existence of practical solutions to many environmental problems in the Arab region, with a focus on creative projects and ingenious technologies. The artificial reef projects are among the important development projects that are being implemented by the ministry to improve the fisheries sector. The reefs provide an ideal fishing environment for fishermen. They contribute to reducing the cost, effort, fishing time, and use of selective fishing equipment such as lines to high-quality fish that would increase the fishermen's income. Now, Pakistani national living in the Sultanate named as Salman Khan has been reported missing after not returning to his home in Buraimi. The Royal Oman Police Public Relations Department announces that a man named Salman Khan, a Pakistani aged 26, has left his home in the Vilayat of Al-Buraimi, Al-Khadra area and has not returned until the date of publishing this announcement, said a Royal Oman Police official in a statement. Those with information about his whereabouts are requested to approach the nearest police station or call 9999. The issue of illegal encroachment and random possession has taken center stage in Muscat. The Muscat municipality has confirmed that it will continue to take all necessary measures in coordination with the concerned authorities to stop the phenomena of illegal holdings, to preserve public property and prevent its seizure. It also affirmed the role of society in cooperating with the municipality's call for not allowing this phenomena to persist. The municipality has opened a file on this phenomena at the level of the Vilayats of Muscat Governorate to make the community aware of its dimensions and its societal impact in terms of health, security, and safety. Engineer Badr bin Ali Al-Bahri, who's the Director General of the General Directorate of the Municipality of Muscat in C, explained that this phenomena, with its various types, is one of the challenges facing municipal work and among the common abuses of technical requirements for existing homes and buildings, and dealing with them requires speed and firmness in taking the necessary measures in their regard. These were all the updates from our local desk. It's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more coming your way from our international desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Continuing the rest of the stories from our international desk. Iran on Tuesday started the human trials of its indigenous COVID-19 vaccine. Coviran Barakat, that is the name of the Iranian domestic vaccine for COVID-19, entered the stage of human trials. Hojat Nik Maleki, who's the spokesman of the headquarters for executing the order of Imam Khomeini, commonly known as EIKO, was quoted by Iranian media as saying, now EIKO is a state-owned enterprise under the direct control of the country's supreme leadership authority led by Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. A total of 56 volunteers received the vaccine at the current stage of the trial, said EIKO. Iran announced on Tuesday 6,108 new COVID-19 infections, raising its overall count of coronavirus cases to 1,212,481. The death toll from the virus in Iran climbed by 132 to 54,946, while a total of 969,408 patients have recovered, Seema Sadat Lari, the spokeswoman for Iran's Ministry of Health and Medical Education, said at her daily briefing. Talking about the vaccination, Singapore has also started its COVID-19 vaccination exercise on Wednesday morning, with the first batch of healthcare workers at the National Center for Infectious Diseases, known as NCID, getting vaccinated, according to the Ministry of Health. More than 30 staff from across the NCID family, including clinical, nursing, allied health, ancillary, and administration staff, will be vaccinated today. NCID said in a fact sheet to media that the remaining NCID staff will be progressively vaccinated with the National Healthcare Group Management and staff starting from January 2021. MOH, the Ministry of Health in Singapore, reported on Sunday that it aims to begin with vaccinating the elderly, starting with those aged 70 and above from February 2021. Thereafter, other Singaporeans and long-term residents who are medically eligible for vaccination will get inoculation. Now, Brazil reported 1,111 deaths due to coronavirus in the last 24 hours, the highest daily count fatalities since October 3rd, when 1,307 people died, the Health Ministry of Brazil said yesterday. The death toll from COVID-19 nationwide has thus amounted to 192,681. Meanwhile, 58,718 new cases were detected in the last 24 hours, the highest daily tally since December 17, bringing the nationwide caseload to 7,563,551. The South American country has the third largest COVID-19 outbreak in the world after the United States and India, and the second highest death toll. The southeast Sao Paulo state, the most populated in the country, is the hardest hit region with 1,440,229 cases and 46,195 deaths, followed by neighboring Rio de Janeiro with 426,259 cases and 25,078 deaths. Amid surging COVID-19 cases in Manaus, capital of northern Amazonas state and one of the epicenters of the outbreak, at least 2 local hospitals had set up tents outside their facilities to test new patients arriving with symptoms of COVID-19. Now, Volkan Bozkır, who's the president of the 75th session of the United Nations General Assembly, commonly known as UNGA, on Tuesday expressed his disappointment at the world body's failure to adopt the budget and plan for 2021. I would like to express my concern and disappointment that the United Nations budget and plan for 2021 have still not been adopted. We are facing an unprecedented situation in which we are still continuing discussions that have traditionally been finalized before Christmas, the UNGA president said in a statement. He also said that this year, consensus is more urgent than ever. The world has yet to fully address the health impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic and the associated socio-economic consequences, the statement said. He also said, quoting him here, "The world is therefore looking to the United Nations, including the General Assembly, for leadership and demonstrable action to address these pressing challenges in the real world. The General Assembly has a responsibility to meet the world's expectations and support multilateralism and pandemic recovery in a manner that accelerates the implementation of the 2030 agenda during this decade of action." The statement noted that if member states fail to reach an agreement, the consequences on the work of the United Nations will be dire. With this news, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from a sports desk. PSG on Tuesday confirmed the sacking of Thomas Tuchel. The French champions relieved the German coach of his duties following a lackluster start to the domestic campaign, where they have already lost 4 matches in League One, more than all of last season. After an in-depth analysis of its sporting situation, PSG decided to terminate Thomas Tuchel's contract, the French giants announced in a statement. Germany's Bild newspaper and French sports daily reported last week that club bosses informed Tuchel of their decision on December 23rd in the immediate aftermath of a 4-0 win against Starsport. He still had 6 months remaining on his 3-year contract. Now, 8 competition venues for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games have already been completed, the Beijing Major Projects Construction Headquarters Office said yesterday. The 8 venues are the National Speed Skating Oval, the National Aquatic Center, the National Indoor Stadium, the Capital Gymnasium, the Wukesong Ice Sports Center, and the Shugong Ski Jumping Platform in downtown Beijing, and the National Alpine Skiing Center and National Sliding Center in the Yangqing district in the northwest outskirts of Beijing. The construction and renovation of all non-competition venues in Beijing and Yangqing is set to be completed before July 2021. With this news story, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again tomorrow at 2 p.m. with more news and latest updates your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.